Hi, it's Josh, you Goth Fragrance Bestie, and I decided to do a week of all of these Snif fragrances after the brand sent me 3 bottles that I didn't already have. And first of all, thank you to Snif for sending me Vow Factor, House of 8, and Dead Dinosaur. The rest of these I had already purchased, and I have a lot of their fragrances. So I figured doing a test run of can I fill a full week with Snif would be a fun experiment. Starting off the week, I decided to go with my kind of standby and the only perfume in my entire collection which I have a backup bottle of, and that is Sweet Ash. This is a distant cousin to the Baccarat Rouge DNA, paired with like the fresh opening and then the vanilla, musky, oak moss, and the dry down. I've said it before, this is the perfume that taught me to love vanilla, and it is now a staple in my collection. I'm actually going to compile some other samples of similar Rouge counterparts, including the original, and do their own video on that, so keep an eye out. But after that, in the evening, once I shower, do the face care, I like to turn off my notifications and get a cup of tea and read or chat with my husband until it's time to go to bed. And previously, my bedtime scent was Ghost in the Shell by Atelier Boulange. And decided to switch that up recently and started using Heal the Way by Snif. Heal the Way is really cozy, sweet, and comforting. It's sweeter than I would wear during the day for like going out, but the like spa-like mindful quality that the Divana and Palo Santo bring together really helped me ground myself at the end of the day, and I do enjoy wearing it. I also know I have reviewed this before, but Soda Snob was such a surprising addition to my collection. I had its sibling, Slice Society, and it's just not my style. It's very nice. But Soda Snob is fun and sweet and flirty. It opens with lime and cola, but then the dry down is cinnamon and caramelized jasmine, and it's just so beautiful. I know I said I didn't expect to like this perfume a lot, especially when it comes to Snif, and this is definitely tried and true for that. So, in the vein of sweet treats from Snif, I decided to turn my attention to House of 8. And it's been one that I considered for a while, but I really wasn't sure how much I would enjoy it. The mixture of chocolate and sage and lavender was confusing in my head. I was like, how does the iris and chocolate, how do we, how is this going to work? Well, I enjoy it a lot. The chocolate is quite dark and not very sweet, which allows more of its aromatic qualities to come out. And the herbalness of the sage and the lavender with the powderiness of iris and creaminess of the sandalwood. It is a surprising wear. It is unlike anything else I have. And, it kind of has this smooth, quiet confidence that lingers with you. The only downside I found to this was, other than the sandalwood, it fades off after like 3 hours. So either carry it with you with anticipation of reapplying, or know that this is a good mood fragrance and then you'll be moving on to something else. But riding that herbal fragrance, I did decide to layer that with Golden Ticket. This is one of my default travel and work fragrances. It's in a few of my videos already. It's fresh, it's light, it's professional while still having personality and fun. The tea forward for the fragrance, it's green and black tea, but this kind of herbal aromatic side with heavy doses of bergamot and sage and galbanum that keep it really green. The incense and vetiver in the base just kind of keep that vibe without bringing a whole lot of extra character to the fragrance, and I appreciate it. I love a good incense, but I don't think this needed to be like overdosed. And I have a full bottle and a travel size of Golden Ticket, so it may eventually get replaced though by my next contender, which is Vow Factor. I love Green Fig. I love Galbanum. I love Orris. I love Tonka. And this is all of that and more. Do I need to even say any more about this fragrance? I think it's with Professor Perfume. If you're not familiar, go see her. But the description says the perfume is like modern sophistication. And I think that is a phenomenal summary of the way you feel in this fragrance. It's composed in a way that builds your confidence, but doesn't require you to feel too prim and proper or too dressed up. It's like the quiet luxury of fragrances. It's green, it's clean, and it's beautiful. So, after all of these clean girl aesthetic kind of fragrances, I really love to get back and find unusual fragrances and fragrances with lots of attitude. And Dead Dinosaur does not disappoint there. So Snif sent me a bottle for my collection, but I actually purchased this previously as a gift for a friend of mine who's a mechanic. This opens with this like peppery, sharp gasoline accord, and it is shockingly realistic. And my original review of this perfume way back, I think still holds true. It's not so much of a car smell to me as it is the smell of someone who has been working under a car all day. And the like faint memory of a body wash and detergent that is just doing its damnedest to keep the oil and grime at bay. There's something incredibly masculine in the way it presents its florals. It's rugged, it's cool, it's carefree. I think it's a really novel fragrance that's worthy of attention if you or someone you love is a mechanic. So those are the Snif fragrances that I wore for a whole week. I own bottles of them and I love them. But I have also tried a lot of other Snif fragrances out there. So I guess some honorable mentions would be Tart Deco. I have a travel size of. It's this lovely tart cherry. It's fruit forward with just the right amount of sweetness. There's like raspberry and vanilla that are in play in there as well. I really enjoy that one. And I've layered it with several other fragrances. Citrus Circus is a really fun take on citrus because they're using creamsicle as kind of the framework to base it off of. Creme Couture, it went viral, and for good reason. It is a creamy, sweet, fruity, jammy croissant. I mean, what else could you ask for, really? And then, previously mentioned, there is Slash Society. It's bready, fruity, herbal. It is fun and unusual while being wholly approachable. Like I said, I had a bottle of it. I just gifted it because it was not going to get worn if I kept it in my collection. Away with Woods is a very light, soft floral musk. Also had a bottle of this and gifted it to a friend. Burning Bridges seemed very in my lane, but it has freesia, which is one of the few notes I just can't vibe with. So that also went to a roommate. Honorable mention, I really enjoy the woody green of that fragrance, but I found it faded very quickly, and I have a travel size of it, but I don't reach for it very often. And X on the Beach. It's not the type of beach or aquatic fragrance that I reach for, but it is a very safe, beachy vibe, if that's what you're looking for. I have tried a huge swath of Snif's offerings, and I think they're a phenomenal entrance into the world of niche fragrances for a few reasons. One is that they're widely available, being at Ulta stores. It makes them very easy for someone to go and sniff and walk away with a few travel sizes or with a fragrance. And that can be a lot less scary for people than ordering something online that they've never smelled before. Two would be that their price point is very good. For the quality of the fragrances, for the bottles, I think they're very well priced at $65 for 30 mils. And that might not be the cheapest perfume on the market, but when you compare it to mass market fragrances and sprays, I think the quality and the compositions of Snif fragrances are going to be more interesting than anything you get from, say, Bath & Body or Target. 3 would be ease of access. So Snif only does fragrances, candles, and laundry soap currently, and therefore I do consider them a niche fragrance house. But the profiles that they bring to the table aren't super challenging. They're unique, they have personality. Some of them are even quite novel in their presentations, but almost anyone will find something that they enjoy in Snif's lineup. So people often think that niche perfumery has to be very strange or very expensive. And I think Snif is a great way to show that mass market and niche can overlap in a way that works. I love many of Snif's fragrances, and even the ones that I don't love aren't because I think they're bad fragrances, they're just not for me. They're perfect for people who aren't into perfume and just want to smell good, just as much as they are for someone with a huge collection of fragrances that still appreciates quality and value. I'm a big fan of Snif. I appreciate that they sent me 3 bottles, but it's not like they sponsored me to say all of these nice things. Let me know if you've tried Snif, if there are Snif fragrances I haven't smelled that you think I should. I'm Josh, your Goth Fragrance Bestie, and until next time, bye.